Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. How are you all doing this evening? Welcome to April. I was just reminded it's April Fool's Day. And I don't know about you, but I never liked April Fool's Day. I was always the back end of the joke. I could never get one up on anybody. So maybe that's why I don't like it. I'm not sure. But welcome to April. Boy, there is a shift in the energy. And it has just been really crazy. April brings some really cool things for me. I have to say that two very special people in my life are having birthdays tomorrow and on Saturday. My dad would have been 78 tomorrow, so I will be doing a special celebration in his honor. It has been 4 years since he has passed. And then I want to give a shout out to my aunt. She is a huge supporter of me and what I do. And so happy birthday, early birthday to you, Gail. Love you. So April, the first 3 months of this year has really been kind of cleanup of 2020. And what I mean by that is that the energy of it was it was like playing catch up a little bit. And I even found that in all of the things that I did, whether it be in my work or my personal life or my home life, my family, friends that I had talked to. I was seeing all of them kind of like cleaning up the last little bit of remnants from 2020. There's been projects that have been going on with me that are now finally starting to take some movement, finally starting to move along. And that's that energy, that's that flow of that cleanup, putting everything to rest now as of yesterday so that we can start fresh. It's kind of like that spring, taking on that spring flavor. All about renewal and starting new. And for the last few days, I've been really feeling that that shift in the energy, feeling, a little edgy and like I need to be doing something, but something's, on the horizon, feeling a little excited about what is to come, maybe even a little bit hopeful. So I'm hoping that you are all feeling that too, that you've been able to kind of wrap up some of your personal things that have been taking place even from 2019 and then coming into 2020. So hopefully you're seeing some of those things wrap up, tying them in a nice little bow and sending them off and saying, thank you, but I am done with you now. So that leaves the door open, leaves space available and open for you to bring in something new. And those new things are going to have a new way of being, kind of a new angle to them, and just bringing in some of that renewal energy, which we've all been craving, especially with the year 2020 brought us. So I really felt today to pull some cards to talk a little bit tonight. And it was really, it's always, it never ceases to amaze me what comes through. Because as I was sitting here thinking about what I was going to be speaking about, talking about the renewal energy, I pulled the card, and this is from Doreen Virtue's Messages from Your Angels. And I pulled the card, Xana. I don't know, it's really hard to see because there's a glare on the card, but Xana. And what Xana talks about is that you are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. And I ask that you relax and feel safe. No doubt we were just talking about that, right? Talking about leaving behind all of the stuff, all of the junk, which may have made you feel uneasy, uncertain, a little bit cranky, right? About 2020 and what happened and what was going on. And so it's just a huge message from the angels to know that you're protected, right? You're protected and you're guided at all times. It was interesting. I was talking with a friend today, and she's very spiritual, a very lovely person. And she said that she had sent angels with her son this weekend because he was going to go ride his dirt bike. And lo and behold, he had an accident. He crashed and broke his arm. In a situation like that, most people would go, "What just happened? I sent my angels to him. They were supposed to protect him. They were supposed to keep him safe. What happened?" Right? Well, in this case, my friend, said, "Wow, I'm so glad I sent my angels because it surely could have been a lot worse." Right? So it's about asking the angels. It's about asking for help and then trusting that they're going to bring through to you what is absolutely necessary, and reminding you that no matter what path you're on, you know, it may not keep us from harm 100%, but we're here to learn something about that piece of it. So, in my friend's case, her son breaking his arm, there is a message behind that, right? I don't know personally what that is because I did not look into that, but know that there is a message behind that. There is a lesson to know about human existence and life and what path he is on, right? So looking at it from a different angle and just saying, okay, so this thing happened. It wasn't great. It wasn't on my list of to-dos, but thank goodness he's safe, and it could have been a lot worse, right? So it's just taking a look at that and kind of adjusting to what it is that is being brought forth to us. The second card that I pulled was resolution. And, again, resolution. It's all about 2021 and what it's going to be bringing. It's about leaving 2020 behind. All of the, loose ends that we talked about being resolved and able for us to move forward into 2021 and, taking a fresh new look on that. So, I think things are really going to be shifting and changing. I hope that they are for you too. I'm hoping that you can see the little bit of the shift and the change that's already coming, and you're feeling a little bit giddy, a little bit excited. Um, Spring is in the air. So I'm hoping that you're all feeling it too. All right, good stuff. Right now, we're going to go over to the phone lines, take your calls. Right now, we have Audra in Yorkville, Illinois. Good evening, Audra, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really good, thank you. I am super
Excellent.
excited that that I was picked for a reading. I have taken a couple of years off, and I'm getting back into my mediumship again, which feels really good because the timing feels right. And I wanted to see if you would be able to tell me what this year will hold for me with regard to my mediumship.
Ooh, that is so exciting. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that you're picking this back up. I love, love, love it. Um, Okay, awesome. Give me just a couple of minutes here to tune in to see what your guides have to say for you. Um, and then I'll be right back with you. There'll be just a little bit of silence, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Audra. Um, your team is showing me that that it was good that you took a little bit of time off, that you took a little step back. Um, there was a lot of growing and changing and shifting. There was a lot going on in your life at that time. And the ability to be able to kind of juggle the mediumship and what was going on in your life was becoming very heavy. Um, so they said it was good for you to kind of take that downtime and be able to um, just be with you and be who you needed to be at that time. But now they are so excited. They're like, okay, she is back in the game and let's get going. um, you're very, very gifted. And they're showing me that this little time off that you're taking or that you have taken, um, to not let that get in the way of moving forward. Like, don't they're saying, like, don't let your ego tear you down and say, oh, you can't do this, you know you you're rusty, you don't know how to do this. Okay, tell ego to go sit down and take notes, because you do know how to do this. Okay. It's not going to
Mhm.
be anything for you to be able to step back into what you're doing again and what you love. And
Mhm.
it's going to be a really easy transition for you to be able to pick up and do that. Um, what they're showing me is just like kind of blowing the dust off, right? You're standing up, and you're just kind of wiping the dust off your hands, off your shoulders, and saying, standing tall and saying, here I am. Um,
Mhm.
did you take a little bit of time off of social media as well?
I did. Yeah.
Okay. They're saying to get back out there onto social media, and start presenting yourself as that medium, right? Start posting little tidbits throughout your work week. It doesn't have to be you don't have to post every single day, right? But just start getting back out there little by little, um, and taking a step into who you are. Um, they're showing me too that when you were doing this before, you really hadn't like stepped in and really taken control of saying, hey, I'm a medium. And they're saying this is the time that you need to do that now. And it's going to be a little hard. It's going to feel a little uncomfortable for you, but they say now is the time to start doing that.
Okay.
Were you doing readings for people before, like, people within the family or friends or things like that?
Yeah, I was. I've been doing readings off and on for the most part. I kind of took the last couple of years off, but I've done a lot of readings in the past.
Okay. Because I feel like things are taking a little, it's like you need to shift a little bit. Not saying step away from doing the readings, because they're showing me that really lights you up. Um, it really it really ignites your soul. But they're showing me that you're kind of shifting, and you might be moving in a little bit different direction. Hang on, I'm asking them what that is. I'm seeing you do like more group readings, um, or what they might call stage readings. Um, for bigger audiences. for, 3, 4, 5 people. That's one thing that they're showing me. Um, they're also showing me they're showing me that you have a business website as well, correct?
Yes, I do.
They say you need to go back in and kind of refresh it. You really need to take a hard look at that, because who you were before is not who you are now. And so the energy has shifted on that. And so you need to go in and take a look, even changing things up, like the colors on your website. Do they still resonate with you? Do your prices resonate with you? Um, take a look at changing up some of the photographs. If you haven't taken any photographs of yourself and updated your photographs personally of you, to do that now. So it's like a big refresh, a big shift in that. Um,
Okay.
they're showing me greens. I don't know how you resonate with greens, but they're showing me like grass green. It's coming up. But then take a look at some of the services that you want to offer. Because like I said, I see you doing things more like group readings, and doing healing sessions for people, and even doing those online or distance.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do Reiki healing?
I do. I'm a Grand Reiki master.
Okay. I see you combining your mediumship with your Reiki healing, and
Mm-hmm.
like doing clearings, doing healing on people, even during your readings, right? Letting spirit just kind of guide you into what it is the person needs in that moment. And it might be something that's really quick and easy, to clear out for them so that they're able to move forward with what they need to do. But I see you doing a lot of that healing piece of it, within the within the sessions. Um, there's going to be more people coming to you for that healing piece of it, than
Mm-hmm.
actually getting readings for loved ones on the other side, if that makes
Okay, so I
sense.
need to change that up.
um, yeah, I'm feeling that piece of it is shifting. So, how you used to do your readings may start looking a little bit differently, and that's okay.
That makes sense. I started taking classes at the Arthur Finney College, and so I want to also get into transmediumship and then also platform work. So it's interesting to hear you say that you're starting to see that coming into play.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I see the readings have been a great piece for you, and that's always going to be there. But with this
Mm-hmm.
new energy coming on board, I see there's a lot of big shifts and changes for you. And so to sit and to work with spirit on that, to help kind of co-create your website, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and put all those things in there. And definitely, I feel like your prices need to be adjusted a little bit too. So take a look at that and work with spirit on that. Ask them, is is the price for me doing this, is it with is that the good price, right? And kind of play with that a little bit, because I think there needs to be some adjustment, even if it's $2 or $5 even, right? That can shift the energy of things.
Very true. My prices are too low, and so I had a feeling I needed to get those up.
Yeah, for most of us mediums, we do target low.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Would
awesome.
I
Well,
be
it
able to
sounds
ask
like you've,
you in a,
yeah,
would I
go
be able
ahead.
to ask you one quick question?
Sure.
Wonderful. Okay, so I was so curious because I'm torn. Do you see my family and I moving to Florida this year, or will it be next year?
That is so funny. I can't tell you how many people I have talked to in the last 2 or 3 weeks that are moving to Florida. What is going on in Florida that I should know about?
Good
Um,
question.
okay, hang on just a second.
Okay.
I'm being shown that this year probably isn't going to be the year to make the move. It's probably going to be more like the first half of next year, or like maybe about this time next year, right? But they're
Mhm.
saying this year you really need to kind of focus in on your business, focus in on getting back into some of your spiritual practices and really start focusing on you and your business. Um,
Mhm.
there's some other transitional pieces that need to happen, and they're not going to fall into place as quickly as that you guys were hoping for. So,
That makes sense. Perfect. Well,
yeah,
thank you so, so much. This was such a wonderful reading. I really appreciate it.
you're so welcome, and I'm so excited. Good luck
Me too.
with you and the mediumship. It's so exciting. We need so many more mediums out there.
Yeah, that's so true. So true.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Audra, for calling, and I hope you have a wonderful night.
You too. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Thanks. Awesome. Okay. We have time for one more. We've got Kimberly in Ontario, Canada. Good evening, Kimberly, and welcome to
Hello.
Your Time to Shine.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I am good. Thank you for calling in. How can we help you tonight?
I would like to know what the angel source has for me, or what they would like to tell me, um,
Okay,
like a general reading.
sure. Absolutely. Let me tune into your guides and your angels right now. So there's going to be just a few seconds of silence here as I tune in, and I'll be right back with you. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Kimberly. So it looks like are you looking for a new job right now, or have you thought about getting a new job?
I was thinking about it.
Okay, I'm feeling like there's some conflict. And when I say conflict, I feel like there's like conflict in your job, in your work, um, conflict with um, conflict with some of the coworkers there, like things. I don't know if there's a power struggle going on, um, but there's something there that isn't quite right, and you are needing to stand your ground, and that's something that's really hard for you to do. Um,
It is.
so yes, you definitely need to move on from this job. This job is not fitting you any longer. I'm sure you're already feeling that. But a lot of it is to do with this push and this pull, this power struggle that you're having. They're showing me like one or two people in particular, in your environment, and they're just saying you need to stand your ground, um, and you need to be able to let them know that what you're doing is the right way of doing it. Everybody has their own way of doing it. um, Neither way is right or wrong, but they're making you feel wrong for that, and your guides are saying don't let them do that.
Mhm. Okay.
Um, I'm feeling like there's a big female presence coming through right now, possibly a mother on the other side.
Okay. Yeah. My mom
Uh,
had passed away.
okay. Um, she's just she's just kind of reiterating, you need to stand your ground. You do the right thing, and you're such a beautiful person inside and out. And they're kind of stomping on you a little bit. And so she's saying, don't let them take your power away. Okay. Um, believe in who you are, trust in who you are, trust in the knowledge that you hold, um, and let that carry you through.
Okay.
She's telling me
Okay.
you've got this. You've absolutely got this. You just need to hold out just a little bit
I,
longer. There's another job on the horizon.
oh, I hope so. But I've been at this place for 25 years. And it's so hard to
Yeah.
just kind of walk away.
Yes. Yeah. They're showing me it's time for a shift. There's time for an upshift. And it's going to be even better than what you thought before. So don't let that deter you just because you've been somewhere for 25 years. Um, it's time to start looking for something newer, something fresher to kind of spark your interest.
Okay.
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 And Kimberly, we're coming down to the last 30 seconds of our show, so I'm going to have to say good night. I hope this has been helpful for you, and your mom is pulling through for you and saying, you've got this, you've got this. There's so much love for you on the other side.
Do you see a boyfriend anytime soon?
I see somebody coming into your life. Yes. Uh-huh.
And
It may be a little bit out there. It may be a few months out yet.